passenger side, or driver's side comes right out as well. Oh, completely sheared. Holy crap. Look at that. Where's the other piece at? Oh, it's up here. Wow, completely toast. All right, so today is the day I was gonna try and do the motor mounts on the Lexus GS 400. And I did a lot of research on like the Club Lexus forums. This has been a hot topic because it's a pain in the butt to get to. People end up dropping the subframe to get to the motor mounts and then jacking up the engine on the oil pan. That seemed a lot to me to get to motor mounts, and I'm a big fan of Toyota / Lexus, and you know, usually they make things pretty easy to get to. So I got down there and started looking, and I go, I think I can get to it if I take the alternator off. So here I am. I took the air box off. I took the pulley off the power steering pump, and I just slid the alternator forward. And what that did was that allowed me to get a 3/8 regular wrench right up on in there. And this is the passenger side, mind you. This is supposed to be the like very, very hard mount to get to. So with that alternator slid forward, I was able to get a wrench up in here, and then I kind of did a little cheater bar where I got an 18 mil with a 1/2 inch or 6 inch extension. I was able to get on the hand and I cracked that nut loose. And people say this is like impossible to get to, and I got to it in about half an hour. So I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna document what I'm doing. I mean, this is, to me, the easiest thing I've done on this car, or one of the easier things. And I looked over here on the driver's side, and I think I can get to that one if I take the oil filter off. So let me keep going, and like I said, I'm gonna document this for you guys and hopefully save you guys a bunch of time. Yeah, let me document this, but everyone was freaking out having to separate, you know, the subframe and to jack the motor up, and you know, I'm still gonna have to put a 2x6 under this oil pan and jack up the motor ever so slightly, but I'm able to get a hand up in here with the alternator removed and and just get this nut out. And this is the hardest nut, allegedly, that you're supposed to get. There's the 17 mil. Look at that. Here's the motor mount right here. So I just gotta pop this pan off, or this little cover, take it off from the bottom, and then I can just jack up the motor, pull it out. But before I do that, I'm gonna get the passenger side, so that way when I lift it, I can just get them both done at once. I had to pop off this plastic cover, and those are just some 17 millimeter bolts. Looks like 2 of them, and I was able to break those loose pretty easy. So after I get these 2, that motor mount should be completely free to go. So I'll go and do the passenger side. So driver's side, actually kind of similar technique. I just moved the compressor forward. I think it was like 3 bolts. I'm able to get my 17 millimeter socket and wrench on there. I'm gonna have to get a cheater bar, and I might do it from the top side to snap this loose. So wish me luck. And just like that, I broke it loose. So well, let me put the camera down. Sweet. This nut is finger loose, or finger tight. One thing, I'm down here, I'm looking, it looks like I got a valve cover leak up there. So I'll have to take care of that at a later time, but this was the big thing. Well, almost there. And that's it. The 17 millimeter bolt nut, got it. All right, pop this one off, take these 2 off, and then I'll probably take off the trans mount. Just so when I start lifting, I got no binding. I got the 3 nuts on the right and left hand side of the engine mount, motor mounts off. I'm just gonna take off these 4 center bolts here, and that will free up the trans mount. But it's also called the motor mount, third motor mount as well. Super easy, just a 12 millimeter socket, and they come right off. So no need to show you the whole thing. Passenger and driver side motor mounts are off, as you saw. The trans mount is off in the back. So I got my specialty part number TN01 right here, cut by Home Depot. Just a 2x6 on the oil pan. I'm gonna lift the motor very slowly, and I'm just gonna watch everything, make sure I don't screw up anything. I'll be looking in the engine bay. So I'm just jacking it up. Car's kind of rising with it. But now the car stopped, and now it's just the motor coming up. As you can see. Let me take a look up here, make sure I'm not hitting nothing. Okay, looks good there. Nothing really. Just the alternator and compressor still hanging out there. Yeah, look at that. So I can move the motor. You see that? So we are completely disconnected right now. I don't see any kind of contact with anything. So I only want to jack it up as far as I need to. So I'm gonna look, see where we're at. These motor mounts, if I can start to get these things out yet. Oh look, this heat shield is loose. Still about another 1/4 inch of thread, I think. So let's keep jacking this thing up. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's check again. All right. See if we can get this thing up. I'm gonna put the camera down. Okay. Oh, is that enough? Maybe not yet, maybe a little bit more. Okay, that's gonna be it. I don't wanna go much more than that. Oh baby, it's out. Let's see if we can't get this through the, sorry if the camera's getting dirty. Oh man, my technique has officially worked. Subframe intact, alternator and compressor out. No kind of weird tools necessary. 17 millimeter with the 3/8 wrench. Look at this. Look at that. So the passenger side looks to be, let's take a look here. Oh man, never mind. Passenger side is completely shot. Look at that. Wow. Completely separated there. Holy crap. Completely separated. Wow, that is toast. No wonder why I was getting so many vibrations. All right, so this is the passenger side. Let me go get the driver's side. Okay. Let me get the light. Passenger side, or driver's side comes right out as well. Oh, completely sheared. Holy crap. Look at that. Where's the other piece at? Oh, it's up here. Wow, completely toast. Holy cow. Look at that. This is the passenger side. Completely separated. Holy cow. I've probably been driving like this for way too long. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's get the new ones in, but I'm gonna take some pictures of this and wow. All right. Here are my brand new OEM motor mounts. These were not cheap. I think I ended up paying about $260 for the pair. But I wanted to go OEM because I don't know, a lot of the aftermarket ones just didn't give me a good vibe. I couldn't get that much information on them. They didn't seem as well built. And you know, I'm not gonna drift this thing or track it. I just want something that's gonna be reliable and gosh, I cannot believe this is completely separated. Look at that. No wonder why. And this one's just right there as well. So OEM one's gonna go slip them right back in. They should be completely reversible. This piece on, I just had to snap over this slip on this side over here. So that's that. And here's the heat shield. So So it's super easy to just swap out. However, you know, as you saw, it was kind of a little difficult. I mean, this way I did it with just removing the alternator and compressor, almost no problems at all. I would not recommend lifting the subframe, because then you got the power steering racks there, and then depending on how close you get it, you may or may not need to get an alignment afterwards. So, you know, the less things you have to move, the better. But yeah, I just had to snap it over that lip right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then start putting these back in. Now the mount that's going on the passenger side, or driver's side I should say, I had a hard time getting this metal lip over the rubber piece. So I just got some WD-40, lubed it up, and then used this C-clamp to press it down over, and that was enough. All right, I didn't really show you the install. I mean, it was just sliding the mount up through the axis ways I was using. Got the 2 bottom ones in, and then it dropped in, and now the top bolt's ready and lined up. So I'm gonna make sure I lower the motor slowly, and just kind of get that top bolt lined up. And then when I get it lined up, I'm gonna just drop it down the rest of the way, and then get that nut on. So basically, you saw the hard part, right? Just move the alternator and the compressor, and it was still tight, but I was able to get it done. Probably going on about an hour and a half right now. Not bad at all. Hopefully y'all can see without that light blocking. Here's the motor mount, and I got the top bolt through the motor. So I'm gonna actually put the top 17 on first, and then I'll put the bottom ones on, and that's for both sides. So I just got it aligned. Had to wiggle up the engine actually to the passenger side a little bit just to get it all lined up, but we're good to go now. So as simple as putting these back on. I'm gonna put some anti-seize on them, just you know, because I love this car and gonna have it forever. So if I ever have to do it again, it's gonna be super easy. As you can see, the jack is out. Like I said, just went down real slow, kept making sure everything was aligned. When I drop it, I tightened that bolt on the top just a little bit more on both sides, until basically the engine was on the completely resting on those mounts. Now I have the 2 bolts on the bottom I have to put in, and then I have to torque down these bolts on top of the mount, the hard ones to get. I don't have a torque meter, and I especially can't fit one in there, so I'm just gonna get it as tight as I can get it, and that should be good. So I'm gonna get to that. That's about as tight as I can get it. I'm really putting my whole weight into this. So like I said, just get it as good as you can get, and it should hold up just fine. So this is the driver's side, and again, I still haven't put these 2 in yet, and I'm not gonna until I get both sides torqued down the top ones. So like I said, just do the best you can get. Okay, all right, both sides completely bolted up. Let's see how you can see in there. That was not bad at all. Gonna just button everything back up, put the alternator in, the compressor in, super easy, and then get the car down. Maybe take it for a drive, see how it goes. Actually, before I'm gonna take it for a drive, don't forget to do this trans mount back there. It's just those 4 bolts. All right, that is the compressor in. Man, that's awesome. Let me pop this plastic cover back on, cover up these. That's easy. Okay, let's get the alternator on. That's it, alternator's in, compressor's in. Gonna get the power steering pulley back on. I'm trying to think. I disconnected an electrical harness on the compressor just to make sure I didn't have any tension from an electrical standpoint. accessory belt back on, power steering pulley back on, alternator on, compressor on, plug put back on. Just got to get the intake back on, plug in the mass airflow sensor, and we'll be done, good to go. Well, that was awesome. I am so happy that it went as smoothly as it did, and that it wasn't as big of a pain in the butt as people in the forums made it seem. Literally just moving the alternator and the air compressor, AC compressor, it gave me enough room to get to those top 2 bolts on the motor mounts. And check these things out. I mean, this was the driver's side, completely roasted, and the passenger side, which was not far from being completely roasted either. I just started the car up right now and moved it back, and I don't know how to explain it. I didn't know it was there until I did this, but like there was a jolt when it started previously, which I assume was just the motor mounts being completely torn, and I started it up just now, and it was just like so smooth. It was like how a Lexus should be. I recommend this to everyone. Like I said, it was probably a 3-hour job in total, and that included like me game planning, getting out of the car, and this kind of curiosity, just going, hey, I wonder if I move the alternator, if I can get to the passenger side bolt, and it was no problem at all. Like I said, 3 hours up in the air and back on the ground. Hopefully this gave you enough confidence to get after it yourself. Didn't have any specialty tools. One thing I wish I would have had would have been a 17mm box end wrench, and I think that would have just given me a little bit more room on the driver's side here. But yeah, good luck, guys.